Baby boomers are holding on to their homes and aging into debt-free home ownership. More than 40% of homeowners now own their homes outright. That is the highest share ever recorded. And the number is only growing, and it's making young people hate you. Get out, sell your house, downgrade, so there's more inventory, so young people can actually have a home to buy.
So you think the problem is, maybe that is why there's so few people. I can't tell you how many school districts on Long Island have tons of people, but they're running out of students. And they're shrinking and they're condensing on schools, because I asked, why is that? The traffic's never been worse. The people are here. It's a desirable location. And they say because people are choosing not to go to Florida, not to move out. They're choosing to stick around. And then that causes a glut. Prices stay high, and therefore students come out and they go to University of North Carolina, let's say, and they're not coming home. They stick out. So I don't know if I blame people for owning their house and staying here. I think we need a new game plan.
I'm just being ugly.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, no, I know.
A little ugly, but it is a huge problem, and I am expressing and jump ball at how younger people feel.
Yeah. Don't we need more houses? Let's start building.
You can talk about building, but where? You're not going to build where. In your area, where are they going to build? You got to rip something down if you want to put up something new. People want to live, say, Garden City, if you're talking about Long Island, and it requires people to move out of existing homes.
Part of the reason they're not moving out of their existing homes, though, and I hear this from people so many times, is, well, where am I going to go? And there are many places that you could go, but prices are so high that even if you get, a pretty penny for your house, which is appreciated, and you own it outright, and you don't necessarily have to get a mortgage, you're still going to be paying a high dollar to trade for something else. And ultimately, that's why people decide, I'm just going to stay put.
By the way, I have 3 properties, and before I was even making TV money, the kind that this guy grew up with.
Grew up with TV money?
Wait, what kind of TV money are you making that you got three properties?
TV repair money.
When I say 3 properties, I'm not talking mansions here, but the point is that I sold off my mortgage as soon as I possibly could. And I was influenced dramatically by the 2008-2009 financial crisis, because of the fact that I realized that there were a lot of bankers in this world making a lot of money, even on the bad loans. And that I wasn't making the money, and other homeowners weren't making money. And even the people that were getting these BS loans weren't making, because eventually they had their homes taken over. And I just realized, look, should I be giving the bank that money, or should I be taking up? There's a reason why banks are making money with mortgages, and it had more to do with making sure that I scrapped all my savings together in order to pay off those mortgages than anything else. And I think a lot of people in my position, and yes, I'm a boomer, shoot me if you want.
But different situation than now, because I have a 2.5% mortgage. I'm not paying it off till year 29 and day 364.
Where did you get that 2.5% mortgage? Wow.
I'm not the only one who has them. We got them. We had them during COVID.
But you're not going to get rid of something like that.
No, that's free money.
But even if you have again, my mortgages were taken. First property I bought was a little apartment in Manhattan, which you had to buy with cash at that time. And so I bought that with cash. Then I had 2 mortgages. I paid them off when mortgages were still cheap, because I realized that as cheap as mortgages were back then, bankers were making a hell of a lot more money than most of us, and they were making the money by offering mortgages. So I figured, I'll just keep the money to myself.
Tom said it best, I think, last hour. It won't solve the problem, but it may help. We could be looking, Dagan, at a under 6% 30-year fixed for the first time, maybe by the end of this year. And we haven't seen that in a very long time. That does not solve the problem, but it helps to move the needle on affordability. Maybe that's in part what Fed and Trump and Scott Bessent and the brilliant minds over there are trying to do.
Secretary Scott Bessent, Treasury Secretary, was talking about this very thing in relation. Yesterday, I think he was on a Sunday talk show on another network, but was talking about the Federal Reserve's responsibility to cut interest rates and how it is causing, in part, he's concerned about a housing recession and what an abomination the Fed under Jay Powell has been. Those are my words, not his. but that you put so much pressure on people and you cut off their ability to purchase houses. But Secretary Besson has done his level best to bring down longer term interest rates just by managing the federal government's balance sheet. Now it's on the Fed. Get with it, Jay Powell.